Welcome to Here's How We Get There. It's the daily show filled with conversations about business and mental health in a down-to-earth style with real-world language. Now let's dive in with your co-hosts, Kenneth Shark Kinney and Trey Tucker.
All right, Shark, the Chiefs kicker, Harrison Butker, has found himself in the headlines lately at a commencement for a Catholic college. He made some comments about women, motherhood, careers, and the like, and he was celebrating Mother's Day as well. And so these comments, if you look at the whole thing, they got taken out of context. But tell us your thoughts, because by now people have at least heard the story. We don't need to rehash that. But tell us your thoughts on whatever this controversy has turned into.
Well, if you can get a copy of it, it's well worth just, taking the 20 minutes or so to listen to the address, as opposed to, which I did, as opposed to so many folks who, gave judgment well before they'd actually heard anything. And some of the comments were just crazy. I believe that he is a practicing Catholic, but he made I'm going to say, a pro-Catholic speech at a Catholic college. It was Benedictine College, which is a pro-Catholic college. He made more traditional values type comments than necessarily you need to do this or you need to do that. He made some arguments that would go against a lot of the politically correct things that people would say. And, the media jumped all over him making all these wrong comments about everything. And what was interesting, I heard a comment yesterday on one of the news channels that said something like, can you imagine if a Muslim person had made this kind of speech at another school? If it was a Muslim person expressing their views at a Muslim college, okay with it. We can have different opinions. If they don't like it, turn it off, disagree with it, whatever. But this gentleman provided a traditional family values speech at a Catholic university. He also made several comments that were smart comments that go against a lot of the Catholic practices and priests and some of the fallacies and problems they've had over the years as well. He went after the leadership. It's just, there was something in there juicy to upset everybody, Catholics included. But to find it offensive, I heard a woman who was she was one of the spokespeople, if not the head of the LGBTQ community. That his speech is not supposed to resonate with them, because you're not going to convince the rest of this entire college and they're what they believe in to go again with those. But it'd be the same as if his comments are not intended. It was intended for that particular audience. And I don't have no problem with him expressing his beliefs in a respectful way, in his way to that targeted audience. And they don't have to be with what I think or you think or somebody that's LGBTQ or Muslim or Black or whatever. That's okay. That's the beauty of this country. He did it in a respectful place as well. I think, unfortunately, so many people in the media are strictly looking for a way to divide us in every way possible. And that was not a great way of going after someone on what is, almost considered a home turf speech. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, absolutely. It's more attempt of the media to divide, and also I think probably a slow news week or a few days of slow news. They're just looking for some sort of controversy to at least drum up and make more of.
Well, nobody yelled "Free Palestine" at that one, so there wasn't like an Israel-Gaza argument.
Right.
So they had to fill in the blank some way within a commencement speech. So
right, yeah, we have to keep colleges in the news somehow. So, but yeah, the other thing is, like you said, read the speech in its context, because people will take a little bite, a little half of a sentence, and make a whole lot of assumptions. And if you just read even just the paragraph that he's talking about women and career choices, he's not bashing anybody. Mm-hmm. He's just celebrating women and their ability to be mothers and their opportunity to do that. There's nothing negative about some alternate choice. So yeah, the lack of context is a really scary thing as a precedent moving forward in all kinds of issues. And like you said, if I hear somebody that I disagree with about, I'm not going to get all up in arms about it. I'll likely just move along. Or if I have an opportunity to enter into some sort of conversation with the person, I'll move in and actually say, hey, okay, how did you get to that conclusion? Tell me the background of how you came to your opinion. I wish, I know it's human nature to be reactionary and to bring fire and, want people fired. I think people have even called for the Chiefs to cut him or something
Yeah.
ridiculous like that. So
Yeah.
it's okay to disagree with somebody. He wasn't sitting here trying to, I don't know, force laws on people into forcing their own behaviors that only he wanted.
Yeah. The NFL gave a namby-pamby, politically correct. They're afraid it's going to upset ticket sales. They don't stand on any moral ground about this. Look, people shouldn't be unapologetic for their views if they express them in a respectful way as well. And he obviously isn't. I think he's doubled down on this, and good for him. And if you don't like it, turn it off. And if you're a woman who wants to have a kid and be a mom, good for you. If you don't, good for you.
Right.
It's your choice.
Thank you for joining Shark and Trey on the Here's How We Get There show. Make sure to rate, review, and subscribe to the show and visit here'showwegetthere.com. That's here'showwegetthere.com.